Hello guys. So today we will talk about how we can create a tab bar based application, how we can set up the bottom bar, and how we can connect the view controllers with the tab bar. So for that we will use UI tab controller, that is a default option available into the Xcode. So let's try a simple demo and see how it works. Let's create an application first. Create new project, sample app. So as we can see, by default view controller is already there, but as we are not using it, so we will remove it. We will create a new instance for that. Also in storyboard, we will remove the instance of a view controller here, design part. So now storyboard is empty and we do not have any screens right now to show up into the tab structure. So what we'll have to do is, first of all, we will create a view controllers which we need to set up into the tab bar control, and after that we will create a tab bar control. In that tab bar control, that all the screens will be connected via storyboard. So it will be automatically start navigating onto the tab screens internally. So let's create three view controllers here. First, create new file, Coco Touch class. First, so we have created the first screen. Similarly, we'll create two more screens. So two screens are ready. So we have created three view controllers here. Now what we need to do is we need to connect all three view controllers in tab bar, so it will automatically start loading. So we'll have to go to the storyboard first. There is nothing right now, so first of all we need a tab controller from where we can control all the screens we need to load into the tab bar. So we need to select the tab bar controller because we need to connect the UI view controllers inside the tab controller. So we'll have to take a tab controller here. So it's giving us a default two screens, but let's not use it. We'll create a separate one. So now tab control is totally empty. Now what we'll do is we need to connect all these three screens, but as we can see there is no view controller designed for all these screens. So before connecting we'll have to create a design instances for that. So we will create a UI view controller class here, and we'll have to connect with all three screens. Initially, first screen, we are using the bottom bar. Now we are connecting it with the bottom bar. So for this view control we have to select here bottom bar as a transparent tab bar. So that's all, it's connected with the first screen. Similarly we'll have to connect it with the two other screens as well. So now all the screens are connected. As we can see, all three screens are connected. Now what we need to do is we need to link up these all three screens with the tab bar controller, so it can actually get run whenever we are calling the tab bar controller. So initially, as we can see, there is no screens. We have given the priority that will be called as an initial view controller after the splash screen. So what we will do is we will give the tab bar controller as an initial view controller. Now we need to connect this all three screens with the tab bar controller. So go to the tab bar controller. Now go to the last option in inspector, and what we can do is from the view controllers we can connect one by one all three pages. So now as you can see that in tab bar controller it's showing us first item. We just need to give the item name for that. So we have connected the first view controller, we'll give the name first. So as you can see, now in a tab bar controller it's showing us first, and it's showing the connection between the first screen and the tab controller. Similarly, we need to connect two more screens from the inspector. This will be the second screen, and give it a name second. And similarly for the third screen we need to do the same. So from here just drag it to the view controller and just change the item name. So now we have connected all these three view controllers with the tab bar. As we can also see here, it's reflecting all three view controllers. How we can identify? So let's change the background color of all three uh, view controllers. So while running the application, we will get idea. So for all three view controllers, we have set up the different color. Now let's see how it works. Let's run the application. So what it will do the process is, after the splash screen it will call the tab bar controller, and in tab bar controller we already have linked up three view controllers which will be loaded automatically with the tab bar controller. So as we can see, after the splash screen it started giving us the tab controller with all three screens we have connected, first, second, third. So as you can see, it's also linked up with the tab bar controller, as well as is also internally linked. So we can navigate from the first to the second screen easily. There is no code we have written here. Still we can see there is nothing written onto the view controller part. We have just added the tab bar controller and we have connected it. That's it. It's automatically working. So that's how we can create a tab bar controller, and we can connect the view controller screens whatever we need to load as a uh, bottom bar. So that's all for this video. Thank you guys.